Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing an unboxing as well as unveiling of some stuff that we got from the Permission to Dance merch line as well as the lucky draw from the album line. And if you haven't seen my other videos, this is the third in a series of 3 and final one that I'm going to be doing. I did one for the behind the stage experience postcards as well as the MGM Resorts BTS theme exclusive package. The links are above or below if you wanted to check them out. So I guess let's get going. You're gonna help me today?
Hi, yep, I'm here.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so the last time we left off is that we were gonna wake up quite early the next day to go and get some stuff from the merch line. And
This was on Thursday.
Yes.
Which was the first day the merch opened.
Correct. And I thought we got there early.
Yeah, I mean, we got there at about just like between, I don't know, sometime around 6:30. So we got up about 5:30. We walked over and then we got in. As soon as we got there, we realized that we were clearly not there early enough.
So the line was almost around a block and a half already, and then there was already a bit of a confusion when we got there because the staff was saying that the line started where it shouldn't be and it should move. It's already like a block and a half worth of armies, and they're telling them to move, which is, I think, like totally like chaotic and dangerous because there was a street, so that's a safety hazard for army.
Keeping in mind that some of these armies had been standing there since about 11:30 the previous evening, or sleeping out since then, they said. So they were little not exactly, they were a little cranky, I guess, because of the fact that they had been waiting there patiently the whole time. So anyway,
they had a consultant out there actually that was helping the Allegiant staff stadium. We couldn't cross the area for the stadium because of insurance or liability, I guess is what it is. Liability, they can be in the property at a certain time, so 8 o'clock. But everything worked out because the Allegiant staff, decided to reorganize, restructure the areas so that wherever the army was already starting out, they're just going to go ahead and go from there. So 2 lines was formed. We got in, and you went to the
merch line,
and I went to the album line. And so let's talk about actually what we wanted to get at the merch line, and then if we got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the Permission to Dance on Stage Las Vegas little list of stuff that they had at the big one, the merch line. Of course, the Army Bomb, and then this is of course the PCs and stuff from the second version of Permission to Dance, which is Soul, I guess. So I wasn't really interested in any of those. But what I was interested in getting was actually this deco band right here. And then also the official light stick strap right there, because this is specifically for Las Vegas, and also the memorial keyring, again, specific to Las Vegas. They also had brand new hoods, right? New hoodies and new gear specifically for Las Vegas. So we were interested in getting the hoodie, one of the icon shirts, and you really wanted that drawing.
That was an audible when I got into the line and I saw it. I was like, ooh, that's cool. It's all expensive, but I was like, I want that, so I just got it.
Yes.
I just didn't tell you about it, but
I know. I was just surprised.
Okay. I love it.
So, and then of course there's icon shirts and then some photo shirts there, both in short sleeve and long sleeve, as well as a black and white option. So those are the ones that were available for Permission to Dance in Las Vegas. On the back side, they had old merch that has already been dropped before, and I wasn't interested in any of these merch except the coin purse right there, because it was sold out when I tried to get it online. All right, so let's show them what we got.
Let's show them what we ended up getting after I stood in line waiting. Once I got to the line, so like just to so we understand this, once you get on the property, right, you're walking and then you go into another line that kind of just goes like this back and forth. So anybody that's been to one of the concerts before knows that these lines are long. So I ended up waiting in the merch line for probably 2.5 hours before I actually got to the point where I could you know, hand them my list with the things and sizes that I wanted, and then they would basically see if anything was left.
Yes.
So that's where we'll talk about that too. But anyway.
Okay. So the first thing is this hoodie, right? The hoodie that I really wanted was this one right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this hoodie is actually meant to be like long and like an overcoat. Okay, so in the front of it, you can see it has the elements or the icons for the Permission to Dance concert. And then the inside of it, the texture of it is actually a little bit different from the one from Seoul or the one from the Suju texture from the inside. So this is the texture that you would normally see from the Permission to Dance and Seoul, which I'm kind of like wearing today. And this is the texture of this blue one right here. But this one right here, it's blue. It's blue color, right? It's not black.
It's black.
It's black?
Yeah, it's black.
It's not blue?
If it's dark blue, it's like really, really, really dark blue. But to me, it feels black. It looks black. Here's another. Well, you know what? This is black. It is blue. It's really, really dark blue there.
Yes. So the cool thing about this is it does have the Permission to Dance on stage Las Vegas. The other two ones, the fluffy black ones for the SoFi ones or LA one, and this one from Seoul actually does not have the tag for Las Vegas. So this one actually has a Las Vegas tag to it. Okay, and the cool part about this, which is different, is that it is, can you see that? It's got the Permission to Dance 7 times on the back, so you get to wear it that way. So this is the hoodie that was a zip-up hoodie that was available.
I was originally intending to just buy one, but
for me,
yeah, for her. But then I was like, I'll just get another one, and I ended up buying 2 of them. Well, unfortunately, I mean, I got them in XL. So one of the things that you'll find out if you experience this, and if you've experienced this before, you understand it's sizes kind of go fast because they split things up from day to day. So they only release a certain amount of merch on each day, and then when they run out, they save it for the next day's army to come in and have an opportunity to get it. So the earlier you are in line, there is an advantage to get sizes if you're very particular about that. I tend to find that the sizes run small, so I get bigger because I know that they shrink a little bit for us. So it works out good for us.
And then this one is the Permission to Dance shirt that you wanted.
Short sleeve.
The short sleeve one, and so it does not have the LA logo in it. Not that I know. Okay, and then you turn it around. I guess let's this up. And you have the icon.
The back side.
Yes, the icon.
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
I think this is the same pattern that's on the blanket that they offer.
Yes.
And the blanket, by the way, was a very popular item and sold out. I think pretty much every day that it was sent out there. A lot of people wanted the blanket, and I actually tried to get one for some army that was there. But
that was on the album line with me.
That was in the album line, so you let me know, and I ended up not being able to get it for them because they didn't have any more. But
it was sold
anyway.
out. Yes. And this is the other one that you wanted.
This one is long sleeve, and this is the one that I kind of just bought on a whim, but I really like this. I think it's really cool. Yeah, it's really cool. And on the sleeves, it has Permission to Dance on the sleeves. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's...
Yes, so there's 7.
It's pretty cool. 7
drawings altogether. See, this is one, this is one, this is one. So that's pretty cool. There's nothing on the back.
Yeah, it's blank on the back.
And it's nice and actually, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I've worn it already. Of course.
Of course. Yeah. And then it was really, really hot out there, right? And so one of the things that actually saved us is this, umbrella. I actually bought this umbrella online when it first came out. So this is the Permission to Dance umbrella. And I've used this actually several times already because I put this in my backpack and it's so small. Look how tiny this is. So it's totally small. And I have not unboxed this in front of you before because I started using it. And it would rain and I actually would just whip this out and like, here's my umbrella. But this one was a lifesaver.
Yeah, this saved us from the sun, the direct sunlight. And so we used this when we were standing out in the sun. It wasn't, for Vegas, it was in the high 80s, like low 90s. So it wasn't like the hottest Vegas can get because obviously it's a little bit earlier in the year still. And
I thought it got to
April.
95.
It was hot, but it wasn't like in the hundreds or anything, which, you know, if you've been to Vegas in the summertime, you know it can get like 110. It can get really, really hot there. But it was a lifesaver. A lot of people didn't have them, and they turned into like little red lobsters. So we were fortunate.
Yeah, I tanned. Yeah. So I'm really dark right now. Now, this next one actually is not from the merch line, but rather from the pop-up. So we did go to a pop-up the day before, or 2 days before, I can't remember, and you really like this. And this is the tiny tan one. This is for the butter tiny tan, so it's totally cute. So it's dark gray. We have a lot of dark colors.
Yeah, and you know what's funny about this is I actually wore this outside in the morning on the merch day that we were, the Thursday, and it actually, even up until like noon when it was starting to get warm and you know hot, it actually kept me cool because it kept the sun off me. Kept the sun off me. So actually, I was happy that I actually wore it. I saved myself also from getting scorched. On the front, it has a little tiny tan logo right here. Yes. But it's a nice sweatshirt. It has like the pockets down here in the bottom to carry, you know, your phone if you're standing somewhere or whatever. But yeah, this is a nice sweatshirt, and it's a little bit different than the other ones.
Right. So we did not end up getting any of the light stick strap nor the Memorial King, and also the coin purse that I really wanted.
Or the keychain.
Or the keychain.
Because they were all sold out by the time that I got to where I was in the line.
Yes, but we did end up getting the deco band. So this is the deco band with the Las Vegas. That's yours. This is mine. And then
so these come together. They're sold together in the same box, just so they don't come separately. They're a pair basically.
Yeah. So we use it as a pair.
Yeah, that was cool.
You want to tell them about your army bomb?
Yeah, so I think the first army bomb we ever bought, I think I bought it for her. It was on Amazon, and I don't think it was it looked official. It said it was official, but I think it was a knockoff, because when I went and I tried to use it on that first day, on the Friday of the first concert, I think it's the 8th, it didn't sync with the concert. The lights worked and everything. I even tried to do many different things with it, but anyway, it just
did not sync to the seat.
It did not sync to the seat, which is an indication that it probably was a knockoff, but it looked exactly like the real thing. So we ended up having to pick up another one when we were there that we knew was like legit, and so we were able to do that for the following day. We both had our own that worked and synced properly, but we were happy. Yep. Sometimes I was double fisting using two bombs at the same time because you were taking some video and stuff. So, but it was cool, and
One of the cool things about, experiencing what, we did was actually talking to people online. That was like totally really cool. Some armies were giving you freebies. I actually did not bring the freebies that day. I brought our freebies at the concert days and was giving them out there. But next time, like, I wish I would have brought it like in that line, because we were sitting there. We became really good friends with people because you're sitting there for a very long time. In the album line that was in, I was there with and get to meet, there was a lot of Go managers there. One from Australia, one from Canada, from, of course, the US, and then some random people that you would meet, and they were like totally cool, so we'd just be like talking. One of the freebies that I could remember getting was the lollies from Australia. Yeah, and then I learned a lot of new stuff about different people, so that was like, I think that was like one of the,
I think that's one of the things that got us really
pumped up,
and just so excited to be at the concert was the number of army there, and just people from everywhere, all over the world, and everybody's so positive, and they're talking to you, and we're sharing our love for BTS, and just sort of like their travel experiences, the things that they were doing in Vegas, how long it took them to get there,
how much it cost them to get there,
the cost of attending this, and the excitement that people have to just be to be with others that have such a love for this group, and to
really
share the
fun.
experience with them. And there was a lot of people that came by themselves,
Yes.
which was really great because
They felt,
they
good,
yeah,
secure enough in themselves and secure enough in the people that they're around with, that they're going to be okay and that they're going to be taken care of, I think.
yeah, and I just like there was just such good camaraderie and just such good connectiveness to everybody. And I think if you go and you do this on your own by yourself, I think that you'll find that it's really, you can still have a lot of fun because you'll just meet so many people, and people that will just come up and talk to you, So like I talked to many people that were by themselves there, and they were just having a great time. And so yeah, there's plenty to do in this in the city experience, which is the first time that they've really taken a city over like this. Hopefully it sets up the standard for the future. And
which kind of reminds me, one of the things, and I don't know if they did this in the previous time, but one of the things that they had there was the, which you can find on your Weverse app, is the map and wait times. And so right now it's April 16th, so there's still a concert that you should see. So April 16th, it tells you the schedule for the day, what's happening and where it is and times, which is totally cool. But what this is actually most helpful for is if you press this concert on the bottom left hand side, it'll tell you all of the wait times for the things that are going on. For example, the merch main booth, which is where you were standing, was very crowded today. It was not
shocking.
Not shocking. And then the album booth, which is right here, as you can see where I'm pointing at, is actually smooth. Then the other tour and team merch is also crowded right here, and this is for old merch. And then of course there's the sponsor booths that are here that you can go to. So pretty much everything here is, they have the wait time, so you can kind of like plan your way in. And on the day, or when you're inside the stadium, it'll also show you, right now of course the stadium is closed because it's early, it'll show you some of the areas that have merch and how they're going as well. So I thought this was kind of pretty cool, and it was very, very, very helpful.
If you're planning on attending, the recommendation that I would make, just in like if I was to do it over again, if you're really looking for something specific and you want to get some merch that is like specific to the location or whatever, you want to go early. You want to go early in the morning to get the outside lines, because even if you miss them in the outside because they run out that day or whatever, when the concert starts and you go inside the stadium, they have merch in there, but there are lots of people and the lines are really, really long, and you don't really want to find yourself standing in a line while the concerts, while they're performing. You don't want to do that. So if you have the ability to get up a little bit early, a lot early,
a lot earlier than what we did,
and make that sacrifice, do it. If I was to do it again, I definitely would have gone earlier. So all the little things that maybe that you wanted, that we could have got them all. Yes. Or make contact with somebody who's at the front and have them get them for you. They do have limits on items, 2 per person, at least for the merch they did.
Yes.
With the exception of Army Bombs, they were not taking limits on that. You could get as many as you wanted.
They did at the beginning, but then they're realizing that,
So so that was not an issue. But I was going to buy a couple bombs for some people that I was standing there with, and then they ended up I did not needed to do that because they didn't have a limit when they got to the front. So, but it was fine. I
guess for the last portion of my thing is these. So I did stay in the album line and with other people, and there is a limit, which is, I think, is a great thing, so that people are not like buying everything out. I guess there is a limit of 10 butter albums and then 10 B albums. Okay. However, by the time I got to the front of the line, and my the people that befriended while I was in the line, is like we were stuck with the B albums. And so there's a 10 limit. So I was able to help one of the Go managers, because she needed 32 and there was 3 other parties, so they needed 2 more. So I bought a couple for them.
Just as a caveat to that, one of the things that I think is helpful to know is they only, on that Thursday, that first day, they only released 1,500 butter albums on that day, but they had 5,000, I think 5,500 B albums, I think is what I was told. So there was a lot more B albums, and the B albums are more expensive. So people wanted to get the butter albums first for obvious reasons, because they were cheaper if they were just looking for draws. But so by the time you got to there wasn't any butter albums left, right?
Yes.
So you ended up with B albums that you ended up buying, but
correct. And I wanted to actually do this unveiling right there after we just got it. But then it was hot, and then it was gusty, and I didn't want anything to happen to these cards. And then also I was so excited for my very, very first experience to be trading with people. It was kind of cool.
yeah.
So like I said, I was helping out a Go manager. So I bought 2 for her. And then I ended up, of course, with 10. And I was going to give her 2 with the caveat that she would help me complete an OT7. These are what I got from the albums and all the leftover PCs that I've actually gone for this permission to dance. So, oh, look at that. So JK. So I did get JK. I think I need to go in reverse order. Let me see here. So I did get JK. I got Jin. And for Jin, I actually got 4 Jins.
4 Jins.
4 Jins. Yeah. So one of the Jins I traded for an RM. Okay. And then, so that still left me with 2 Jins. I got Hobie.
Actually, yeah, left you with 3 Jins.
Oh yes, left me with 3 Jins. But I was keeping 1 Jin.
Oh yeah. So you had 2 left, yeah.
So I have 2 left. So I got a Hobie, and then I also got 2 Jimins. So 2 Jimins, I was able to trade a Yoongi, because this time, which I normally would get a Yoongi in any of my pulls, I did not get him. So I traded 1 Jimin for a Yoongi, and then I pulled Tae.
To complete
a OT7 set.
An OT7 set.
Correct. And then, so the two Jins, I was able to get to the Go manager, because all she pulled was a lot of JKs. Not Tae. I think she only pulled like one Tae, and she's like 32, but she pulled a lot of JK. So it was okay that I kept this JK, because the promise was if there was no JK, I would consider having to give up with my JK. But then I pulled another JK. So which is kind of cool. I'm totally happy that I actually completed an OT7. So with
a bonus JK.
Bonus JK.
And just from my experience,
it
not
was
standing
so much
in that line
yes.
with her, but going back, which she'll mention in a second.
Yes, in a second.
The people were desperate for JKs. They were
and
Taes. Like they were like saying, I will do anything. I didn't get a JK. What can I do? What can I do? Do you have a JK? They were willing to sacrifice their firstborn for a JK. It was pretty interesting. Yeah.
So it was actually, it was exciting for me, because it's the first time I have had to experience, and so I just wanted to just kind of like share with you. One of the army that I befriended is like also had several Jins, but she really wanted a Tae really badly, so she was able to trade a Jin for a JK, and from a JK it was easier to trade for a Tae. So it was funny. For some reason there was not a lot of Taes out there, and I don't know why. I was very, very fortunate that I actually drew him. So what was it, like the last day? It was April 9. Yes, April 9, the concert day. We decided after, we were so pooped out, but we decided to go across and see what's going on in the sponsor booths. And then I looked at my map and wait times, and the album line was like pretty smooth. I said, I wanted to get Peach's Butter album, because I wanted to get a for the Las Vegas, because it's orange. So, and then I know that some armies usually would leave albums out there, because they wanted people to just get it for free. So I was gonna go pick up one for free, but it was later in the day and there was no free album. And then I saw that they were selling some butter albums, and I'm like going, oh my god. So I decided that I would get 2 more butter albums, and because I was just gonna memorialize this Las Vegas trip by probably decorating those 2 albums and stuff like that. And so I did get 2 more. And so my draw was JK. For somebody who I do not draw all the time, I get JK a lot this time around. And I actually drew Hobie, and then somebody had like 4 Yoongi and was desperate to get any other member besides Yoongi, because you know they wanted us to complete an OT7 set, and so I ended up getting trading with that person so that they can. That was the first time that you experienced, you know, the. So actually, didn't you feel like it was pretty exciting? Because like people were like, "Do you have a JK? Do you have a?"
Yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. It was fun to see people like, you know, really excited, and then people like just the desperation of like looking for someone that they could do a trade with. Yeah.
Yes. So then, of course, I have an extra now Army Bomb Lightstick complete set for the photo cards, for anybody. So what I didn't show you is the butter. So I opened the butter, the 2 butter albums, and the butter albums do come with, you know, PCs, a message card, and I got, sure, and I got B. And then this is my 2, so the peaches and cream, that I drew for the 2 butter albums that I got towards the end. I guess I did not trade with anybody. This is just my pool. Ready?
Go.
My bias pulled my two biases for my last PC for
So it was a good day.
this adventure, right?
It was a good day.
It was a good day. So anyway, this is what, in terms of our photo card collecting and merch collecting, that we've done while we were at Las Vegas.
This is the 3rd part, so yeah.
Third part. This is the last one.
The last one.
Last one. No more.
No more.
No more for Las Vegas.
All right.
Until the next comeback.
Till the next time.
Right. So I hope you guys enjoyed our little chat.
If you were not able to attend, and you can feel our excitement from this, so we had the time of our lives, and we would definitely go back and see them where we can, where it's feasible. So
yeah. So you had post-concert depression.
Yeah. Probably still feeling a little bit of the effects of it, knowing that they're performing tonight.
Well, you know, you can
their
see
last
them
night,
online.
but not being there. But it's a great experience, and
So
we love these guys.
Yeah, and if you can, I would definitely, you know, go do that.
Do
it was amazing.
It's worth it.
It was amazing.
It was worth it.
It's an amazing experience. Alrighty, and that is all we have for today. Bye.
Bye-bye.